This week's horoscope for Aquarius: 2,24,60,320,240,609. It's a week when you take the other person's reaction as it is, and you get frustrated. He's lying to you or he wants something, but for reasons such as decency, it's just that you can't express it directly. So you'll have to look at the other person a little more and observe it to find out what's going on. If you don't achieve your will, you don't think of your ambiguous attitude. It's a week where you have to look at the other person's intentions more carefully because you can blame you. This week's horoscope for Pisces: 2,24,60,320,240,609. Above all, it's a week to take care of your health. If you've been running too far ahead, now you'll have to take a moment to check your condition and catch your breath. People who rush forward recklessly complain of a sense of despondency when the run is over. Slow down and enjoy your way out. It may be a little late, but it will give you a much more valuable experience. If you lose your health, not only will you run, but you will also be struggling to make a modest progress. Aries horoscope for this week: 2,24,60,320,240,609. You have to respect the independence of wanting to do everything with your own hands without borrowing from others. It's a good thing, but sometimes borrowing someone else's help makes things easier. As it is said that it is better to get a blank sheet of paper right now. Things will be handled more easily if you get help from others. It would be advantageous to not be stubborn for nothing and accept it thankfully when someone else offers to help. Taurus horoscope for this week: 2,24,60,320,240,609. How many people are happy with lovers who are looking at others other than themselves? If there's someone who loves you and you've given him your heart, for now it's better to do your best only for him. If you think of someone other than the person you're dating, your lover will definitely feel lonely. Being faithful to the love in front of you is the way to get happiness. Gemini horoscope for this week: 2,24,60,320,240,609. Excessive prudence is rather a week of harm. If you measure and weigh this and that, you might miss a good opportunity. A rather reckless rush now helps you. If you are confident and active in everything, you will never experience the bitter taste of failure. It's a week where it's advantageous to run with your feet rather than think with your head, so you come back as an achievement as you've worked hard to move your body. This week's horoscope: 2,24,60,320,240,609. I may be unhappy with your treatment, but it's not a good time to demand improvement. It's not that good of a perception of you yet. There will be people who will look at your legitimate needs with pleasure. I need to improve your skills and impress you. If you hurry too much, it can lead to bad results. This week's horoscope for Leo: 2,24,60,320,240,609. You need an attitude to overlook yourself and move on smoothly. When you see a problematic possibility, there will be no end to finding the wrong part. Rather than trying to pursue perfection, consider making up for it in moderation and compromising with reality. You won't be able to say that your thoughts are always right. Virgo horoscope for this week: 2,24,60,320,240,609. You could be betrayed by someone close to you. It's exactly the week of the old saying that you're being stamped on the top of a trust axe. If you don't get back the money you lend to your friendship, or lose your lover to a close friend, an unpleasant situation can happen. Overall, the sense of human betrayal and loss bothers you more than the actual damage. It's bitter, but it's a rite of passage that you have to go through once or twice in your life. Libra horoscope for this week: 2,24,60,320,240,609. It's a week in which a difficult situation or a problem that is difficult to solve becomes a situation that becomes an extreme situation. I wonder if anyone can solve this situation, but I can't think of anyone. But don't be disappointed and look around again. There is someone who has the ability to solve the problem surprisingly close by. There's a great man nearby who can help himself. Don't make mistakes that you can't recognize. And miss and ask that person for help. I'm sure you'll be able to get out of your current difficult situation. Scorpio horoscope for this week. 2,024,60,320,240,609. As the saying goes, give and take, there is no help without a price. Even if you seem to show unconditional favor to you, there is something behind it that you want. It's about being black, so if you believe what the other person says, it will result in not receiving help or favor. It would be better to think coolly and refuse favors that are not certain about the background. This week's horoscope for Sagittarius. 2,024,60,320,240,609. It's none other than your household that needs your touch, more than anywhere else. Rather than just paying attention to the outside, it would be nice to come home as early as possible and pay attention to your spouse and children. You'll definitely be faced with a challenge that requires your help, so try your best to help. It's a week to always be aware and look at the fact that it's not just work and friends that need you. Capricorn horoscope for this week. 2,024,60,320,240,609. Regardless of one's intentions, it's a week when words or actions are in the public eye, in the illusion of ideas judged and thought by others. Free and alone can maintain peace of mind. Therefore, it is recommended that you be as careful of your words and actions as possible, but not too much of the attention of others.